do what we call an affirmative prayer or a spiritual mind treatment for humanity. And in order to do this, I'm just going to close my eyes and I'm just going to do the prayer. So there is one creative source that lives, moves, and has its being in all that there is. There is only one power, one presence, one mind. For there is a universal intelligence that is everywhere present, and it is always creating out of itself. And it is a power and a presence for good and most benevolent outcomes. And I know that I am one with this divine intelligence that moves in, through, and as me, for I am spirit expressing in individualized form. And as this is true for me, this is true for each one within the sound of my voice and beyond. For each one of us is that divine spark. Each one of us is born magnificent. We are whole, we are perfect, and we are complete. There is nothing to be fixed. We are here in the light of the divine intelligence as its expression. And so I speak my word and I claim for humanity that everything is unfolding perfectly and divinely. Everything is on time. We are all at the right place at the right time. We came here for such a time, for this is the biggest transition that has ever occurred on Earth. As we leave the train track of repeating history from war to war to war to war, and on 12/21/2012, the end of the Mayan calendar, the center of the precession of the equinoxes, humanity took a siding. We took a sidetrack and we got off that track of continual war and the repetition of history. Cryon likes to call it your grandfather's world, and we are no longer in our grandfather's world. On that date, 12/21/2012, the light became in greater amount than the dark on this planet. And that is the first time that this has happened to the degree that it has, because we are now a planet in ascension. We are moving toward world peace and beyond. And so I claim that humanity recognizes our individual and collective magnificent, that we are each a child of the universe, that love is all there is, that we have moved from separation consciousness into unity consciousness. We are remembering that we are one, not just with one another, not just with Earth Mother, not just with our beautiful sun and solar system, but with the galaxy and the universe. We are one. Everything is connected. It's called entanglement. And much of what we live in is multidimensional. And we are awakening to the multidimensionality of life. And we are moving in to the dispensation of compassion, where we care for everyone and everything, recognizing the beautiful light, love, and joy that resounds in every living thing and every living creature. And so I know this time we are going through, we are leaving the dark behind, because we are shining a light on love. We're shining a light on peace, on harmony, on ease, on grace, on the coming together of humanity to create a world that works for everyone. And so let's focus on that. Let's put the focus on the light, and clearly it is shining on the dark and showing us everything they are up to. And you will notice that they are still on that old track, that old track that we were on for eons of war after war after war, for power, for control, for greed. But we are not on that track anymore. And they're using tools and strategies from that track, and they are falling flat on their face so fast. We could almost consider it to be funny if they weren't messing with our world. And so I also want to claim that everything unfolds perfectly and divinely in the taking away things falling apart. And that the outcome of things falling apart is that the indigo step forward to do what they came to do, which is to change and rearrange and transform and remake and remodel and remold our institutions and our paradigms and our blueprints to create again a world that works for everyone as we move deeper and deeper into the light, further and further into love, compassion, unity consciousness, the balance of the masculine and feminine. So this is all coming, and I claim this for each one of us now, in this time, at this place, knowing that it is all flowering and unfolding and being realized through each and individualized person who carries love in our heart and is focused on creating peace in our time, because this is totally possible, because there are so many things in place to help us put there by our star parents. And so I am just going to know that this has already happened for us, that all of the issues have been resolved, that we have ease, we have prosperity, we have collaboration and cooperation, and we live joyful, happy, fruitful, abundant lives. For this, I am so grateful, and I simply release my word into the activity of the law of mind, knowing this is done in perfect and divine order. And if you'd like to join me, we're going to say together, and so it is. So everyone, have a great day. Stay in the vibe.